Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Before we get started, CKV from CBR chat. We are joined by Based Cosmo and Max. Max, do you guys mind introducing yourself first? And can you introduce yourself first, Max?
Yeah. So my name is Max. I lost about 200 pounds in 2 years, and Derek from MorePlatesMoreDates featured me on one of his videos. I don't know if anyone has saw it, but it was Permabulk Cloud turns into Chris Evans, or transforms into Chris Evans, and that's kind of what started, about me, kind of being passionate about sharing my journey with others. I kind of started my Instagram up, and it's just been going from there. So I'm happy to be on with you guys.
And I am just this incredibly cool guy, also on CBR, BC. You've heard me before reviewing the Leo longevity podcasts. I too lost nowhere near as much weight, but I think it'd be interesting for us to talk about like our respective journeys in that regard. So I'm looking forward to getting into it.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, this is gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Great. So just to get started, Max, do you mind showing us your start point and maybe taking us through what your baseline was and how you maybe put on the weight, and then we'll go through how you ended up losing the weight that you gained. So do you mind showing us your baseline?
Sure. I kind of want to start off when I was a kid, because I do want to say that I wasn't like born into obesity at all. Quite the opposite. I was actually a very fit kid. Here is me, and kind of in the blue shirt here. I used to skateboard a lot when I was a kid. So there's that. I do want to say here, this is me at 10 years old. So here I'm a normal weight kid. That's my mom. Obviously, she's not, a lot of people were kind of like, how did this kid get so fat? What were his parents doing? Well, I'll get into that, but this was around the time where I kind of started gaining a bit of weight. Kind of the catalyst for all this was this one antidepressant med, because I was diagnosed with clinical depression and anxiety, and these doctors just wanted to, they didn't really know what to do with me, I want to say. So they put me on this one medication called Abilify, and the other was, I think, Prozac. And they put me on a really high dose of Abilify, which was, I think it was 50 milligrams. And this 50 milligrams of Abilify it's nuts for a kid that's like, what, 100 pounds and like 5'1", 5'2". Like, and that's, even more than an adult should have. And they just, that was their starting dose for me. So it completely, I think it just completely screwed up my hormones. The one thing it did, but it completely increased my appetite. I just started eating everything in sight. And I want to say, let's see here. That's kind of what led to, I'm going to fast forward a bit to kind of show you my baseline, what I was. So
just on that note, just to ask one question. What age were you when you were put on to the antidepressant drugs?
I think I was about 11 to 12 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just and to add on to that further, wait, was that the only medication that you were given in the beginning? Like, were you just on that? Abilify is basically, it's just a brand name of another drug called aripiprazole. It's actually an antipsychotic, and usually it might be used for depression, but I haven't seen it used solely for depression. I've seen it used maybe. So did they just give you?
They gave me Abilify at first. That was like the first medication they put me on. The other was Zoloft. They tried putting me on Zoloft, and I think I was on that for about 6 months until they put me on. I think it was I think it was either 40 milligrams. I apologize if I can't recall the dosage. It's been years, but I think it was around 40 milligrams, which is a pretty high dose. And they had me on another, I think it was this SSRI. It was either Prozac, and yeah, it was Zoloft, Prozac, Abilify. Abilify and Prozac I was on at the exact same time. And I was on these for years. I was on Abilify until I was around 17 years old. And they kept me on the same dosage since then. And ever since, I was on this medication, I just kept gaining weight. And, it was obvious, like I think I probably gained, I went from, I mean, obviously I'm getting taller in this amount of time. I'm going through puberty, etc. But, I think I got to around I think I topped out at 330 around 14 years old. And this was freshman year of high school, I want to say. So I'll bring up a picture of, let's see here. This was when I first started to lose weight. I'm going to bring up this picture here. This was my baseline pretty much. This was I was probably about 20 pounds in here. I don't have a picture at like my peak weight. I think I was around 390 here, and I was about 17 years old.
Damn.
So yeah, as you can see, I mean, just massive, man boobs. I also want to cover about my gyno surgery. I do have a lot of pictures of when I got my gyno surgery and kind of what I went through as well. But to actually start losing all this weight, I went to my doctor again and said, hey, I need to get off this medication. And it's because I did a little bit of research and kind of said, okay, this medication is just, it's causing my appetite to go skyrocket. I need to get off this shit. So I talked to my doctor about it. He said, all right, we're going to lower the dose at first. So he kind of weaned me off of it. And eventually I just got off of it completely. And that's around the time where I really started to, see a change along with exercise.